This is the book of First Corinthians, chapter 7, verse 4. The wife hath not power over her own body, but the husband. And likewise also the husband hath not power over his own body, but the wife. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash, for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. Peace and salutations to the Akim out teaching his truth and sincerity, and the Agwaf out listening, as the scriptures say to do so. I hope that this lesson on divorce and marriage is edifying to you brothers out there, because I know this is a touchy subject. But we're going to jump right into it, right? Reading again. This is the book of First Corinthians, chapter 7, verse 4. The wife had not power over her own body, because there's a lot of females out here think, they can get, they're supposed to be able to get abortions. You can get surgeries. You think you can get these type of things without your, tattoos and things of that nature. Think that you can do what you want to do as a wife, but you cannot, right? This is what the Bible say. It's not your own to your own discretion. It's the Lord's words, right? And we're gonna get order in a few, right? Reading on. And likewise also the husband hath not power over his own body, but the wife. You see that? When you're married and you join together and be one, you're not in control of your own body. Your counterpart is. Okay? This is what the Bible's saying, right? Let's go to the book of same book. Go to the chapter 11 and verse 3. Right? This is the book of First Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 3. But I will have you know, this is Paul speaking, right? That the head of every man is Christ. The head of every man on earth the head of him is Christ. Okay? And the head of the woman is the man. So the head of the woman is the man. So that means there's no woman over a man. You can't speak. You can't have no authority over the man. That's what this is the house order. Okay? Reading on. And the head of Christ is Yahweh, right? The head of Christ is God. Okay, this is the order. So it's God, Christ, who is God, Yahweh, right? Who the world ignorantly calls God. It's Yahweh Shai, the Son, which the world ignorantly calls Christ. It's the man, it's the woman, then it's the child. This is the order of the household, right? And it's not supposed to be no other type of way. Let's go to the book of Matthew. Let's get it from the King himself, right? Let's get these things from the King himself on divorce, right? Because a lot of people think, like I said, I just showed you, that, the man, you have no control over your own body after you decide to have sex with a man or a woman. That's your wife. If you're a man, you have sex with that woman, you lay down with her, that's your wife. Okay? And we're going to go into that deeper into that, right? Because this is a tricky subject. But this world is so westernized, we don't understand. We didn't understand this at first. Okay? Myself, and first and foremost, I didn't understand this at first, right? Okay, but we're going to get into it, right? Let's get it. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 19, Salakia. Matthew, chapter 19, I'm going to start at 1. And it came to pass that when Yahweh Shai had finished these sayings, he departed from Galilee and came into the coast of Judea beyond Jordan. And a great multitude followed him. He healed them there. And the Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him, saying unto him, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause? Right? They asking him, tempting him, right? Asking him that is it, because basically they felt like as if Christ had a wife, but it's not. That's not the case. Christ did not have a wife. But we're gonna get into that more at the end of this. In about 12, right? In 12, the verse 12, right? Reading on. And he answered and said unto them, have ye not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female, right? Because God made them male and female in the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 27, right? He made them male and female, right? Reading on. And said, for this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh, right? You should post it after you leave your mother's house and your father's house. You are to cleave unto your wife or your husband. That's what the book is saying, right? That's what this is. The king saying that the Prince of Peace, who the world ignorantly calls Christ, he's saying it clear, okay? Right? Reading on, right? Well, we're gonna go get that, right? And we're gonna get sex is marriage, because sex is marriage according to the Bible. Okay, let's go to the book of Genesis. We're gonna get it. We're gonna break it down, and I hope that it's edifying to you, brothers and sisters. You know, something quick through the spirit, Lord willing. Okay, this is the book of Genesis, chapter 24, verse 67. And Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent, and took Rebekah, right? He took his wife in there, he took a young lady in there, right? Which was not his wife before, he just met her, okay? And she became his wife. If you take a woman inside of a tent, just you and her, what is the activity that you think they're having in there? Okay, right? Let's read on. She became his wife, right? And he loved her. And Isaac was comforted after his mother's death, right? Because Sarah died in this chapter, right? She died, and before this chapter, I believe, she died, right? And he was already in grief, but he took a young lady, right, of his father's house. And you got to read up on these things, because I want you guys to understand it just as well as I do, right? But I'm explaining it to you to the best of my ability through the spirit, right? Okay, Isaac took Rebekah and had sex with her in his mother's tent, and she became his wife. Okay, so what does that make sex? That makes sex marriage, right? It consecrates marriage. That's how you seal a marriage. It's not the ceremony that seals it. It's sex. Okay, right. Let's go back to the book of Matthew. Something quick through the spirit, Lord willing. Okay. We're gonna get it, man. We're gonna get it, right? Reading on. Wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh. What therefore Yahweh has joined together, let not no let no man put asunder. You are not whatever wife that you have, that you marry, which is sex, like I just showed you in the book of Genesis. Sex is marriage, so whoever you have sex with, nobody else is supposed to get in between that. Okay? Nobody. Okay, reading on. Then they said unto him, why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement, and to put her away, right? Because in the book of Deuteronomy, we're gonna go get that. Well, no, I'm not gonna go get it. I'm gonna let you guys know where it say. You guys go get it on your own. It's in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 24, verse 1 and 3. Okay, He's saying basically, if a man find any uncleanness in his wife or he hate her, he's supposed to give her a bill of divorcement and put her away, like let her go out of his house, right? But that's back then when we were going off in the wilderness. That's when the laws were made. But Christ is he's making it better here. Okay, he's saying you're not supposed to do it, but you know, they're asking him why did Moses write that then, right? And he's gonna answer it. And he said unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered you to put away your wives. But from the beginning, it was not so, because God didn't make it that way. Okay? Adam and Eve never got a divorce. No matter what mistakes that she made, he didn't put her away. Why? Why? Because that's not how it's supposed to be. You are never supposed to. We were never supposed to have sex or with a woman or a man, and that's not supposed to be your wife. That's fornication. Okay, that's a sin according to the Bible, right? But we're gonna read on. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, right? Except it be for fornication, you cannot. You're Salaki. I'm gonna read on. And shall marry another, committed adultery, and whosoever married her, which is put away, doeth commit adultery. Okay, so whoever married that woman after you put her away, which putting away is not divorce. Putting away is a separation. So the Lord he's solidifying that it's okay to put your wife away, like separation. If y'all having hard times or y'all arguing too much, fighting, then you can put her away and y'all supposed to come back together, right? This is what the Lord is saying. But unless y'all and whoever have sex with that woman or have sex with that man, that's committing adultery. That's fornication, right? Because you're already married to whoever you have sex with. Okay, this is what the Bible is saying. I'm breaking it down. It's not me saying this. That's what the Bible's saying. Okay. Reading on. His disciples said unto him, if the case of the man be so with his wife, is it not good to marry, right? Because, Paul said it wasn't good to marry. Let me go get that. Okay, we're going to go get that. We're going to go get that in the book of, let's see, 1 Corinthians 7:1. We just read from there. I just pulled from there, but we're going to go read 7:1 what he's talking about this at, right? This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 1. Now concerning the things whereof ye wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. He's saying it clear. It's best if a man don't touch a woman in this life, because we cannot have marriage how we supposed to in this life, right? And this is coming from a man who didn't touch women because he's a eunuch. And we're going to get into the eunuchs in this next 2 verses that I'm finna read in Matthew. Paul was a eunuch. He's saying it's best for you not to touch a woman. But right, we're going to read on, get a little depth on that, right? Verse 2. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, to avoid you sleeping around, all right? To avoid a man or woman from sleeping around, he's saying, okay, if your flesh going to be tempting you, you might as well get a wife. Okay, right? Reading on. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, that every man have his own wife. Let you get a wife if you're gonna commit, unless to avoid from committing fornication, which is, like I said, casual sex, sleeping around, jumping man to man, women jumping man to man jumping women to woman. It's best you get your own wife, right? Reading on. Let every woman have her own husband, right? Instead of you sleeping around, jumping dick to dick, the Lord, Paul is saying it clear. Okay, we must understand these things. Let's go back to the book of Matthew. Right, I ain't gonna be too long on this, because it's not that it's deep, but it's I'm making it. I'm making it plain, Lord willing, to a lot of brothers out here, right, who are confused about this. Because at one point I was confused about this. Okay, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 19, starting at 11. But he said unto them, all men cannot receive this saying, save they to whom it is given. So, for those who have ears to hear, let them hear, right? For the Salakia, for there are some eunuchs which were so born from their mother's womb, right? Eunuch, right, meaning can have not had sex, basically a male virgin who don't have a wife, right? Because and it's saying there are some eunuchs which were so born, like you're born like a man. Some people cannot have sex because of their reproductive organs from birth were mangled. Say a doctor may have did something, or for some, right, for some reason you cannot have sex because of your reproductive organs from birth, from whatever birth defect, right? Reading on. And there are some eunuchs which were made eunuchs of men, right? You might have a fight. Somebody stepped on your nuts. A woman may kicked you in your shit. I mean, it's like you. Excuse my language. A woman may have kicked you in your nuts, or man may have shot you, stabbed you, cut it off, castrated you. You cannot use for whatever reason, you cannot, of a man, somebody did it to you, you cannot have sex, right? Reading on. And there be eunuchs which have made themselves eunuchs for the kingdom of heaven's sake, which is Christ, right? Christ didn't have a wife. Paul didn't have a wife. Certain strong men in this ministry, they did not have a wife because for heaven's sake, right? Because they would rather us get to the kingdom. They used their whole life not having a wife, being a eunuchs, for kingdom's sake, right? He, as Salakia reading on, he that is able to receive it, let him receive it. So if you can hear and understand it, which I just gave you the understanding, Lord willing, it be eunuchs, okay? There is some people who don't have wives, you know what I'm saying, for kingdom's sake. Some can't have wives because of whatever going on with their flesh, okay? Right, and I just hope that this was edifying to you, brothers and sisters out there. Marriage is only, divorce is only, you can only divorce a wife or husband for fornication or adultery, okay? It's no such thing as you could just up and leave a man because he don't have this, or your woman is you know what I'm saying, you're not supposed to get divorced unless it's literally they up and have sex with someone else unlawfully, right? And it's deeper on the man's side, because man is okay for a man to have multiple wives, but in this kingdom it's just not conducive for the kingdom's sake. Okay, it's hard for in this kingdom having multiple wives, because for one, we're in captivity. We don't have enough money to support both. It's not enough time. Okay, because you have to work. They have to work. Things go on in this world, and plus other people's opinions and things of that nature. Them not being holy, to understand, the spirit is not with them to understand this Bible like we understand this Bible, right? Right, and that's the class, it's not lawful, right? Shalom.